Hello everybody, it's Dragox55 here, and today we have a new deck. This one is kind of wanted a little bit earlier, just so I decided to do it earlier, I guess. Anyway, so this is Chaos Relinquished, or just Relinquished, whatever. He did say Relinquished Trick Deck? Skill Deck? I don't know what that is. He said just something that's really good with Relinquished, so I'm like, okay. So, yeah. So, basically, it's a Chaos version of Relinquished, if you're curious. So we have two Armageddons, just to dump a Dark into the grave. Most of the time, you're going to be dumping either Plague or the Djinn, because those are the best two cards sent to the grave. Next up is Blackluster. Nothing really to say about him. You banish the light and the dark, and then you can banish a face up or face down monster and face up. Remove from play zone, but it can't attack. But it also has the effect, if you destroy a monster, you can attack again. So, pretty good. Really annoying to deal with this card, but when you're using it, it's really good. Next is two Kaias. It's pretty much needed in like every dark deck. You tribute one and banish something. If it's a dark, 1000 damage. Chaos Sorcerer, a less OP version of Blackluster, and just banishes face up monsters. One Dark Armed. You have to have 3 darks exactly in the grave, and you banish one to destroy a card. 3 Djinn. I might put this down to 2, I don't know yet, but I have this at 3, and basically you can remove from play this card from your graveyard and make it count as the tribute for the monster. Or I'm not really sure if it counts as the whole thing. I'm pretty sure it just counts as like one of the monsters, but I could be wrong. Anyways, so then when it is used for that ritual summon, as long as that ritual monster stays out, your opponent can't special summon. So you have 3 of them for that purpose alone. So you can bring out your Relinquished and your opponent can't special summon, which shuts down a lot of decks. Like Mermails, kinda. Actually not really, because they could just drop a card, destroy a face-up card. More along the lines of like heavy special summoning decks, like trying to think. Anything that requires heavy special summoning, it stops. Maybe Dragon Rulers is the best example, because thinking about all these other decks is really gonna confuse me. Next up is Effect Veiler. It's a light. It's easy to get in the grave, and it negates the opponent's effect. One of the only times I would play Effect Veiler, because of the fact that it just helps out a lot. One Gores, you don't really have a field that sticks around a lot, like Malefics where they need a field spell, Fire Fist that need back row. Like, this deck doesn't require that too much, so you can summon out Gores, and it's easier to do that. 3 Manju, you can play Sonic Birds, you can play Senjus, whatever you feel like, but Manju is the best of them all, and it's easier to just run 3 of these so you have room for all the other monsters. And basically when he's summoned, or normal summoned or flip summoned, you can add 1 ritual monster or spell card. Which, in the case of this, since you have more ritual monsters, I would add one of those. But in the case of if you already drew into like 2 Relinquished, or even just 1, I would go for the spell card, ritual spell. Because most of the time, if the way Bruce does it, because I'm referring to Bruce because he does Relinquish a lot, the way he goes for it is he usually runs Advanced Ritual. So he'll go for the ritual spell in hoping that he draws for the monster. But in my case, I go for the monster hoping to draw into the ritual spell. So you can play it either way. You can go for the ritual spell because you'll probably most likely draw into the monster as compared to the ritual spell. So either way. 1 Plague Spreader. It works in the grave. You could dump it with Armageddon and it's a tuner. 2 Raikou. Basically, when it flips over, you can destroy a card on the field, and you mill 3. So, hopefully you get like 3 Digin, or even you mill like an Effect Veiler Digin and something else. Either way, it works out really good. Raikou, I recommend it a lot. You don't really need to, but it's very good in some circumstances. Also, the Fire King thing, not the Fire King, Fire Fists, whatever, he can destroy that because the Fire Fist guy negates all stuff on the field that are currently face up. So 1 Spirit Reaper because it can survive in battle. Pretty much the only reason. 1 Thunder King, so your opponent can't search out. You can switch it out for debunk, but this actually has attack. And it can negate a special summon, so it stops like XYZ or whatever. 2 Tour Guide searches out the deck a little more, it adds darks, and you can like immediately rank or exceed for a level rank 3. Of course, you have to go for Fiend type, so Djinn is probably the best one. And Djinn does have 2000 defense, so it makes it even better. 1 Tragodia. Basically, he's Gores in a way, except he doesn't special summon token. When you take bout damage, you special summon him if you want to. And he gains 600 for each card in your hand. Also, you can send a monster to the grave to target 1 monster with the same level and take control of it. And your opponent never gets it back. Also has the effect that it can change its level, so you can make like any Exceed or Synchro. Because, not to mention, Effect Veiler is a tuner, and yeah. 3 Relinquished is the main card of the deck. Basically, his thing is you ritual summon Black Illusion, or any card that takes place of it, the thing, whatever. The reason you play Black Illusion instead of like that Contract of the Dark or something, I don't remember what it's called, but it can take place of it, is because Black Illusion can use any. The other card has to use the exact level, so really good. And you take control. You equipped 1 monster that your opponent controls your thing. You can only do this once. No, you can't only do this once. You could do this, but you can't equip more than 1 at a time. And its attack and defense become equal to that of that card. If it's face down, it has 0 attack and defense still. And any damage you would take, both you and your opponent take as well. But it counts as effect damage instead of battle damage. So 1 Allure of Darkness, you can draw 2, but you have to banish Dark. So if Dark Armed is dead in your hand, banish him. You can banish Djinns if you need to. Or even banish Tour Guide or Gores if your field is too set up. So, yeah. 2 Black Illusion, just the ritual summon Relinquish. 1 Dark Hole, destroy stuff on the field. 1 Mind Control, take control of opponent's monster to Exceed or Synchro with. You can't use it for ritual summoning because it prevents tributing the card, so good thing to keep in mind. 2 MSC, get rid of back row. 2 Duality, you reveal 3 and then you add 1 to your hand. In this deck, it doesn't really require a lot of special summoning, unless if you're gonna make a big push. But as soon as you get like Relinquished out, then you can pretty much stall out and use dualities, then go plagues and whatever other junk. Preparation of Rites, we have 2 of those. Basically, if you activate it normally, you just add a ritual monster, nothing happens. If you have a ritual spell in the grave, then you can add 1 to your hand along with the ritual monster. So basically, you would add you would ritual summon Relinquished. And this is the main reason why I only have 2 of these. You ritual summon Relinquished, and then you're like, okay, I ritual summon another Relinquished. Or you have like a third one that you want to summon, but the 2 are in the grave, so you go this, actually no, you would ritual summon this, then you would activate Preparation of Rites to add another Relinquished and add the ritual spell card. Pretty much helps you search through the deck a little more, and it keeps consistency so your graveyard doesn't, so you don't lose the capability of ritual summoning. And 2 Royal Decree. I'm not really putting any traps in here, didn't have enough room because of all the monsters I wanted to add. So 2 decrees stops traps and whatever, but you can run pretty much anything if you want. As for the extra deck, nothing really impressive. We have Gaia because of Venus Chains, Catastor, this one because it stops activation of cards during the effect, like Ancient Gears. Want Black Rose, if you want Black Rose Field. Crimson Blader to stop higher level monsters coming out. Mist Storm, get rid of stuff. Star Eater to pretty much destroy field, you can make him easy. His thing is, when he's synchro summoned, he can't be negated. His synchro summon can't be negated. And card effects cannot be activated if he attacks. Wait. Oh wait, no, when he's synchro summoned, card effects cannot be activated. And if he attacks, it's unaffected by card effects until end damage step. So it's not really hard to take out, but he does stop like Mirror Force to D Prisons. And negate attack, I guess. 1 Diamond Direwolf to get rid of stuff. 1 Gagaga Cowboy to burn for game. 2 Lavabo Chains to dump the Jin, really, and get Relinquished on top of your deck. 1 Stroke, because he helps get over big monsters that you can't get over normally. 1 Giga Brilliant. I was playing Levier, but this one works a little better because it actually lets you just detach automatically as compared to the other one, because Levier you need something banished. This you don't really need anything banished to activate the effect, and it gives everything 300 anyways. A Black Ship of Corn. I decided to play this because I got stun locked by Spirit Reapers at one time with my Malicious Zombies, so I vowed to always play this. And 1 Wind Up Zen Mains because we need rank 3s. Same thing for Giga Brilliant. Other things you can use is Book of Moon. Basically, you use it to flip this guy face down and then just flip him back up and steal another monster if you want to. 1 Bottomless Trap Hole. Gets rid of stuff, Compulse, Solemn Warning, whatever, Mirror Force, you know, just average traps. I like Lila's for the other type of Light Sworn you can run, gets rid of back row and mill stuff. There's other stuff you can run too, since this video is so short. Like this one right here. Kinka Bayou, or whatever it's called. And also where's Piper? Oh, there it is. And Mystic Pipers, because it searches out the deck a lot. You can run Battle Faders as well. You can run a Piper Chaos version of it. I decided not to, but it's there if you want to. Not to mention, if you run Mystic Piper and you draw into Relinquished, you draw another card because of that. So, yeah, and Kinka Bio. I don't know why I keep calling it Kinky. Kinka Bio. Oh, basically, special summon 1 level 1 monster from graveyard, and is removed from play. According to Bruce, you can bring back Relinquished if it's special ritual summoned, and then take a monster with it to the remove from play zone. So it's pretty good. But mostly what you use it for is to get Piper to draw more of your deck. So good thing to know. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck. Things to watch out for, I would say skill drain, because skill drain does hurt Relinquished a lot. I'm not sure what else, because I guess Evil Swarms could hurt the deck, but it really doesn't because Relinquish is level 1. What else is there? Fire Fist is normally fine, you just really have to worry about the Wolf Bark, because Wolf Bark will negate you and it's basically skill drain. Or not Wolf Bark, King Tiger, there we go. Fire Kings destroy this deck a lot because it just keeps nuking the field, unless if you banish it with Blackluster or Chaos, then either way it works. I'm trying to think of decks that you would run into. I guess if you ran into Monarchs it would be bad too, but I don't think you'd run into Monarchs as well. So, also Medilla Chase I think will hurt this a lot. So, either way. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck. I can't think of anything. There's other cards you can use and whatever, like Dandelions and Lone Fires and Spore and whatever. But, you know, this is my version. I want to keep it to how I would probably run it and my standards. The deck runs really good. You can take out more monsters if you feel like there's too much monsters and not enough spell or trap support. So, yep. So, go ahead and leave your comments section down below telling me if you liked the deck or if you didn't. What would you change? What would you keep the same? What would you rate this deck? What would you, you know, all the simple stuff. I give this deck a, let's see, I did use a ranked and I did pretty good with it, so definitely 8 out of 10, maybe 7.5, I'm not really sure. I have to test it a little more to give it an exact rank, because, you know, that's whatever. But yeah, it's a really good deck. Try it out for all those people that like Relinquished. I'm pretty sure Bruce will eventually make a version of a version of Relinquished that he likes or whatever. Maybe not. We'll see what he plans to do in the future. So I know I'm referring to Bruce a lot, but he's mostly the one that I watch to get ideas about Relinquished. So yep. So anyways, catch you guys later.